Hello to everyone. Today I will present this project of intrusion detection and prevention system IDS IPS with SNORT. Our content of presentation, introduction, IDS, IPS, SNORT, and conclusion. First one, introduction. Today's corporate networks are becoming more and more extensive, and the amount of critical data on them is increasing. Every network manager has to ensure the security of the data and in case of problems. Now we see EDS. EDS architecture. An intrusion detection system is a device or a software application that monitors a network for malicious activity or policy violation. How to see in the picture, the EDS is not placed directly in line with the network traffic. It is typically inserted into a tab or spam port as per mirroring device to monitor and notify an administrator of alert without impacting the data flow. Now we see the different types of ATS. The first one is a network intrusion detection system. The second one is host intrusion detection system. The last one ADS hybrid. Now we see NETs. The NETs is a system that analyzes incoming network traffic since the ADS is not in line with the network traffic. It can actually be strategically placed where the outlet or research device are located. How to see in the picture the NETs the NIS does not sit directly in line with the network traffic. The network traffic is read a copy or memory of the traffic per the network tab device. Another type of ADS is a system that monitors and participate in the operating system. This type of intrusion detection system works manually by consulting the data in the system file of the computer is protected. How to see in the picture this part is packet from networks. This is the place of EDS. This laptop of check the incoming and outgoing package and the system file, and the last laptop is alert the administrator network. The last type of ADS is ADS hybrid. ADS hybrid is a combine the characteristics of nets and heads, generally used in a decentralized environment. They allow in a single tool to monitor networks and endpoints. How to see is use the nets and heads. Now we see the detection methods. Artificial intelligence. There are several methods that artificial intelligence can use to detect intrusion. The first one is by anomaly. Anomaly detection is a process of identifying patterns that do not conform to expected behavior. The artificial intelligence model will learn the normal behavior of the system and will flag any deviation as an intrusion. Another common method of intrusion detection is by signature. Signature is a process of identifying now intrusion by matching the characteristics of network traffic with a database of now intrusion patterns. How to see in the figure, The architecture use the detector to find and compare activity signature found in the monitored environment to the now signature in the database the signature in the signature database. If a match is found, an alert is used and an alert is used and there is no match there. Another type of detection is by machine learning. Uh, Machine learning algorithmic unuse machine learning algorithm which can analyze network traffic and identify patterns that may indicate an intrusion. How to see in the picture after collect the data, the first in this part pre-processing the data instances that are collected from the network environment are structured, which can then be directly fed into the machine learning algorithm. After this training data in this part training, a machine learning algorithm is adopted to characterize the pattern of various types of data and build a corresponding system model. And this monitoring data and after the monitoring data and this parts detection, once the system model is built, the monitored the traffic data will be used as system input to be compared to the generated system model, and finally this is decision result. Now we see the confusion matrix. A confusion matrix is a table that is often used to describe the performance of a classification algorithm. The confusion matrix gets four values: true positive, false positive, and false negative, and the last one true negative. Now we see how to use confusion matrix in cybersecurity. Cyber attack detection is a classification problem in which we classify the normal model from the attack model of the system. As you see in the picture, confusion matrix gets four value in this part true and negative. In this part true negative, the amount of normal detected when it is actually normal. In this uh, in this part false negative, the amount of normal detected when it is actually attack. In this part false positive, the amount of attack detected when it is actually normal, false alarm. In the last one for true positive, the amount of attack detected when it is actually an attack. Now we see the some advantages and disadvantages of ADS. The advantages of an ADS include first one, real-time monitoring. ADS can continually monitor network traffic and alert administrators to any suspicious activity in your real time. The the another advantage is early detection. It can detect intrusion or malicious activity that may go unnoticed by other security measures. And other advantage is customizable. Many ADS are highly configurable, allowing administrators to tailor the system to their specific needs. Now, the disadvantages of ADS include first one, false positive. ADS may generate a high number of false alarms, which can lead to a significant amount of time and research begins when investigating no-extension threats. And the second one, limited scope, ADS can only detect intrusion on the network segment where they are deployed and may miss intrusion that occur on another segment of the network. And another disadvantage of ADS is limited effectiveness against new and threats. Some ADS rely on signature-based detection, which means they can only detect no threats. They may be effective against new and threats. Now we see the APS. APS architecture. An intrusion prevention system, or APS, is a network security and threat prevention technology that examines network traffic flow to detect and prevent vulnerability exploits. APS, how to see in the picture, APS is often located directly behind the firewall against the ADS. And now we see the different type of APS. The first one is the HIPS, host-based intrusion prevention system. The second one, NIPS, network intrusion prevention system. And the last one, KIPS, kernel intrusion prevention system. The first one is HIPS. A HIPS is a software package that detects and prevents attacks on the multitude of on which it is installed. IPS combines the capabilities of antivirus, anti-spyware, and individual firewall software, and protected the innkeeper from glorious and cardless attacks. Second one is the second one is NIPS, network-based intrusion prevention system, or NIPS, detected and prevents malicious activity by analyzing protocol packet across the network. They are often referred to as the ADS, APS system, or intrusion detection and prevention system. How to see in the picture the APS? The APS perform real-time packet and inspection, deeply inspecting every packet that travels across the network. If any malicious or suspicious packets are detected, the APS the APS will carry out one of the following actions: terminate the TCP season that has been exploited, block the offending source IP address, the source IP address or user account from accessing any application target, host, or other network resource on the colleague. Reprogram or reconfigure the firewall to prevent a similar attack from occurring in the future. Now we see the KIPS. KIPS are APS allowing to detect all intrusion attempts at the kernel level, but they are less used. Now we see the disadvantages of APS. Intrusion prevention system have several advantages and disadvantages. Some of the main advantages include is first one is real-time protection. APS system can detect and block security threats in real time, prevention them from causing damage or stealing sensitive data. The second one, comprehensive protection APS system can protect against a wide range of security threats, including virus, malware, hacking attempt, and denial of service attack. And some of the main disadvantages of APS include the first one, high cost APS systems can be expensive to purchase and maintain. The second one, complexity APS systems can be complex to set up and manage, requiring specialized knowledge and skill. Now we see SNOR. SNOR is an open source network intrusion detection system capable of real-time analysis of traffic on IP networks. SNOR is capable of performing real-time network traffic analysis and is equipped with various intrusion detection technologies. Now we see how SNOR works. How to see in the picture, SNOR plays at the strategy point in the network that is only after the router link to the cantonal network. From this location, we can monitor what the firewall has let through as packets. How this packet the firewall this firewall may let some packets through, so for this reason it is better to use SNOR at the location to monitor for potential malicious attack. Now we see the type how the SNOR works. The first one is the sniffer mode. Sniffer mode, which simply reads the package that calculates on the network and displays them continuously on the screen. This consists of listening to the network, typing one or more lines of commands that will tell SNOR what type of results to display. The second one is the packet loader mode. This mode is similar to the previous one, except that the logs are no longer displayed on the screen but are written directly to a log file. And the last one is the nets mode. The next mode in this mode more configurable, which allow to analyze the traffic on the network following roles defined by the user and establish actions to the executed according to these cases. Now we see the demonstration. On use the VMware to install pfSense and Kali Linux. We run now the pfSense. After that, we run the Kali Linux. How to see? How to see? This is the configuration of pfSense. This is the Kali Linux for implementation. How to see this is the interface of pfSense. This is address of interface 1. This is the address of interface LAN. To access of interface of pfSense, we use Kali Linux by clicking sur the browser. Now, on size the address 1 LAN. This is the address LAN. This is interface of pfSense. Our pfSense by clicking sur C1. By clicking of button service, on choice button SNORT. We have two interface 1 and interface LAN. To test the interface 1, by access to bad seat wave. For example, shows the bad seat waves. Set web virus. Clicking first site. How to see? On choice, for example, this site, this bad site, for example. On choice another site. For example, by clicking in the button alert, we see this is the all alert of this is web. This is the date of today. For testing the interface LAN, we use the line command of Kali Linux. This is the line of command. We run in root terminal emulator. Set the password and paste the command and click save. This is the line. This is the command of for testing the interface LAN. How to see? We return in platform of pfSense and see the interface line of alerts of interface LAN. Choose here LAN. How to see? This is the alert of interface LAN, and this is the date of today. blocked these alerts, or for download the file of alerts by clicking the button of download, and download the file of all alerts detected by interface line and one. And conclusion, the combined functionality of the intrusion prevention system, whether network or host, is a tool worthy of consideration and has its critical place in securing corporate network infrastructure and personal computers. And thanks for watching.